All right, kitties. Gonna gonna start teaching you how to do three-quarter length, three-quarter lengths. Okay, so three-quarter view of the face, which is usually just like, you know, slightly turned head. And basically, what I like to do is I like to do some sort of circle-y thingy, and then plot out the direction that the person's going to be looking. Which, at a three-quarter view, there's going to be the curve of the face like that. Here's this is basically the nose line. This is the eye line, and like in the face is there's somewhere in there, like so. Next thing we're gonna do, you always, I know I'm doing this digitally, but when you do it anyway, you always want a light kind of um, hand. Okay, so next thing I tend to do is I tend to plot out where the eyes, the eyes, I'm gonna have them look that way. Um, and I always like to start out with like a diagonal line against this little line right here, that one. And then, I kind of do another, like, kind of like an anime sort of thing. And then that's where the eyeball goes. And, the eyeball's got to rest on something. And you're not getting anything perfect. It's not going to be perfect, okay? Just don't go for perfect. Okay. And think of everything in shapes, basically. Okay, so like this is where the nose comes in, right? With this eye, with this eye. And like this eye, there's gonna be these two lines. Because this is where the bag is. Tons of baggage. This is where the nose comes into play. Um, there's this pocket of eye flesh above here that kind of meets the end of the eye. So just think of everything in shapes, and that kind of helps. Because I think of everything in shapes, and when I get to the nose, this is that little the nose tab. I don't know what it's called, and then I like to extend it out like this because that the nose kind of comes down between like halfway between the the eyes and the chin. Gosh, I can't talk. And so I like to do this kind of weird like diamond thing or a triangle thing depending on the angle. For this, we're going to be doing the diamond thing, and then at one end you're going to put like a circle, and the nose always kind of has like a little tab thingy that's going on. So the circle is the button, and then with the lips it's just kind of like no, it's not like that. Don't do that. But I do like to do this kind of like this thing right here, and it looks like a big frown, like, I'm so sad. I can't believe you. But it's not that. That's actually going to be the top part of the upper lip. And for me, when I'm sketching, I don't really get hung up on the details. So this little fleshy thing right here, remember this? You got to make another fleshy thing over here. Then we just go from there, and then kind of come back out because we need the cheekbones. We need the cheeks. We need the cheeks. They gotta have cheeks. I'm gonna go down like this, like these. Okay, so with the lips, you see how I used to have it all like not very. It looks flat. Um, because the line of the face comes down like this, where the cheekbone is, and it's closer to the point of the nose. We've got to make the lips kind of go like these. Where the lips are, like this little line, where our laughing lines are, like there's going to be a little bump. This laughing line, these parentheses, you need to have that so that the person like you can't just go in because then they have they basically have no cheeks if you just go in. So you have to have that laugh line jowl thing. There's always going to be some sort of, well, not always, but most of the time there's going to be some sort of like triangle kind of shape down here where the chin um, sort of divots and then comes back out in like a circle. See all these shapes? Yeah, so we're gonna make this outer line go in a circle. If you do any makeup, this is actually, doing makeup has helped me a lot. And then there's kind of like this weird triangle. It also comes down here and kind of meets with this jowl thing. And that's gonna be the end of where the chin is. This is kind of like the hollow of the cheek right here. So you can make the jawline whatever shape you want, but you gotta basically keep in mind that there's gotta be like this little contour line right here. And the nose, the end of the nose, like that's basically where the ear starts, right here. See, like that. And the ear is gonna kind of follow this line that you put right here for that jaw. And the ear can be as big or as small as you want. Wherever this little tab is right here, the end of this tab, that's where the neck goes. Here's our lovely person. And now, this is basically all the stuff you would do with a very, very light hand, because you would want to leave the, applying pressure and making it darker to this step where you would go in and actually show what kind of appearance you want this person to have. So, but the reason being is that like all of this is just a guideline. I don't have to abide by it. I don't have to stick with it because I made it all light and sketchy and airy. Man, man. Oh, proportions, what are they? See, I'm kind of using things as a guideline. I'm kind of sticking with what's there, but not entirely. Now this line right here, um, see where the Cupid's bow is right here? The lip kind of does this triangle thing where it follows the Cupid bow and then comes out. I might make her jaw a little shorter. See how it goes too far down? I don't want her to have that big of a jaw. The arch of the brow goes over when this starts to come down right here. And see when you take it away. Oof, there she is. There she is, lopsided. Alright. I kind of want her to have a little bit of a softer. I don't want her to be super angular. So she's gonna have a softer slope on her jaw. And I want her to have a thinner neck. I always do this little like triangle bust thing because it's just, I always see a little triangle shape down there. When you take this away, like all of the stuff, the sketch, this is what you're left with. So I went from this to this. Because I just used this as a guideline. And that is sketching a 3/4 view face. Hope you enjoyed.